Hello, my little creatives, and welcome back to another episode of Drawfully Fun, Draw With Me. Today, we're going to be hanging out with my cute, adorable little wolf. It is a little wolf eating some cotton candy. He loves candy. He's also got a sweet tooth, much like a lot of my characters. I'm sensing a trend here, y'all. I'm sensing a very big trend. So let's get started. Let's waste no time. Let's jump right into our drawing. We're going to start with the first eye right smack in the middle of the page. We're going to do a big rainbow curve right here. Bloop. Very basic rainbow curve with a huge hot air balloon going all the way around and down. Boop. Like that. Look at that big hot air balloon. Now, before we can do the other eye, we usually like to do 2 rainbow curves, and then we do our 2 eyes. This eye is going to be a little smaller because remember what I've said in the past. When your character is turned in an angle, looking at the left or the right in a different position, and not looking straight at you, anything that is further to the back is always smaller. So we're not going to do that eye just yet. I want to do the nose before we can do that eye. So right here next to our rainbow curve, I'm going to come over here and do the cute triangle nose with round curves. Like that. Perfect. Now we're going to do the basic hooks that we usually do. I'm going to do 1 to the left. Bloop. With a little curve at the end for the smile, but the one on the right, we're going to go all the way around to the top. We're going to make a snout. So this is going to give the illusion of that long snout that these wolves or a dog has. Okay. Now this is what I was talking about on how we're going to do their eyes. So right here, we're going to go from the corner of our nose and we're going to bring this all the way around and make a tiny skinny oval. Bloop. Like that. See how it's a lot skinnier, a lot smaller? It looks like it's more in the distance. It's further off behind the snout. Okay? Now we can do what we usually do here, our pupils, our stripes, and our ladders. So let's go ahead and make him looking over here to whatever it is somebody's holding. Maybe he's got some more candy in mind. Maybe he wants some more cotton candy. I don't know. He's looking at somebody over here. So let's go ahead and do a pupil looking to the right. Like that. Same thing over here. Now remember, everything here is going to be skinnier. So we want a skinny oval line, bloop, going down the center. And then our stripe right behind that, bloop, right there. And another stripe right behind this one, bloop, like that. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and climb our ladders, everybody. Ready? Sing the song with me if you know the song. We're going to go all the way up to the tippity top. Same thing on the left. All the way up to the tippity top. Ooh, I didn't close that one. Bloop. There we go. Much better. See what happens when I get carried away singing a song? I'll mess up my line. That's okay. We'll make it look like there's a speck in its eye. You know, everybody has little imperfections inside their eyes. That could be a speck. Let's do a sparkle right on the top, right here. Big sparkle on top. Itty bitty sparkle on the bottom. Same thing on the right. Big sparkle on top. Itty bitty sparkle on the bottom. There we go. And we always color in our pupils. Let's get these pupils nice and dark. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. He's so cute. Now, you may be wondering if you've seen previously one of my old videos. This may look a little familiar, the steps that we're taking here. And you are completely right. Not only is this wolf already been drawn, it's the same character. It's the same head. I already have a wolf. If you haven't checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? Go check out my other wolf drawing. It's the same character. He's just in a different position today. He's eating cotton candy. My previous wolf was hanging out on the moon. This guy loves to get himself into a lot of trouble. He's hanging on the moon when he shouldn't have been on the moon. He's hanging on to lots of candy when he shouldn't be eating a lot of candy. What should we call this guy? Should we call him Rascal? I think Rascal would be a cute little name for this guy. He is a little rascal. I love that. Welcome, Rascal. So Rascal over here has got himself candy, and you can check him out in the cards above for all that moon hanging out. All right, let's give him some teeth here. So right here on the bottom, I'm going to give him a tiny little tooth. Bloop, and another tiny little tooth right next to that. He's got some sharp little fangs. And then we're going to give him a big open mouth. But for this one, we're going to go ahead and give him a tongue hanging out. My original drawing, when he's hanging out on the moon, I don't believe his tongue is hanging out. Not that I can recall. So let's go ahead and make sure his tongue is hanging out so he can eat that cotton candy. Let's bring this all the way down to the center, well, just below this little tooth. And then we're going to do a big bubble going all the way around. Big rainbow. And then turn it into a bubble. Boop. With a line right in the middle. There we go. So it's a little tongue hanging out. We're going to bring this all the way back up. Close it out to the top of this hook. Notice how we're all working still on the same hook right here. We haven't touched this one just yet. We're going to leave that for the bottom lip to go a little further up. Now right here we're going to do the same thing. Another curve. Bring it up. And then curve this all the way up to the side right here. Blip. Like that. Looking good. Looking good. Now, like I mentioned, he has a lot of cotton candy right under him. So I'm going to go ahead and create that cotton candy here so I have a better idea of where his head is going to go. So right here, I'm going to go from the bottom of his little lip and create the little curves, the little clouds of the top portion of my cotton candy. But don't go off and do the whole thing because he's hugging the cotton candy. So we're going to do his arms here in just a second. So now that I know where the cotton candy is, I know where I'm going to build the side of my head. So I'm going to add a line right up here to the nose. There we go. And let's build that side of his head. From the midpoint of your eyeball, your left eyeball, bring it over to the left and start triangles. We're going to have a fuzzy back side of the head. So we have a triangle that looks like a shark fin. Another triangle facing downwards. And then a jawline that closes all the way out into a cheek line bloop, under that lip, right on top of the cotton candy. All right. Now on top of this line where we left off, we're going to go ahead and do a big old ear. We're going to bring it up into a nice triangle shape up here and then start curving it downwards. Bloop, like that. Big old ear. Look how cute. Same thing on the inside. We got an inner ear. And around and down. Bloop. There we go. Now I want to give him some fuzzy little ear hairs right here just to give him some more texture, some more cuteness. So I'm just going to add some little triangles right on the inside. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is perfectly fine if you just leave it without it and have this into a pink inner ear. It's all cool. You do you. Let's do the mohawk. We always do mohawks, right? Let's do a big one right here. From the ear, bring it into a shark fin all the way up to the top. Like that. We're going to have 4 triangles in total. So this is number 1. Number 2 is going to face to the right. Like that. Number 3, facing more down to the bottom. And number 4, curve it down and a line. And there you go. We got a mohawk. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and close this little piece of the head out right to the top of the eyeball. Just curve it around. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. And of course, we can't forget the eyebrows. Bloop. There you go. Cute, cute, cute. Now we're going to do a second ear, but we're not going to have it looking like the inner ear is in the front. We want it to look like it's bended out to the other side. So we're only going to do the tip of the ear, bring it around, and curve it down. And that's it. You can add little curves on the top to show that these are the little white tips on the ear if you're going to do that kind of a wolf. So we can add some little cuteness. Let's see. I think that is it for the head. Yes, we are done with the head. Let's move on to the body. So we're going to create a cute little curve going around the down. That made no sense. Going around the back. That makes more sense. We're going to do cute little triangles here again. Bring it out upwards. Bring another one down. Like that. And then we're going to give it a little shoulder curve that transitions into a back curve. So it's going to go out, then back in, and then it's going to curve back down for the rear side of the back. So bring it outwards a little bit, in, and then another rear curve. Boop, like that. There you go. Now along the way, I want him to have some candy here on the floor to make it look like he's really binging out on a lot of candy. Maybe he's having a movie night, and maybe he's just binging out on all these cool little movie snacks. I don't know. It could be anything. Maybe he kind of got into a mess. He is Rascal, right? So he could have taken all of this when he shouldn't have. Let's create a big candy wrapper right here on the bottom. So right where I left off on the leg, we're going to come up in a big curve. One on the bottom, and then we just do little wrapping curves at the end, like a little fish on both sides. But I'm not going to close this one because I want to layer this one as well. I'm going to do another piece right here, blip, and here, and now I can close that off in the back, and another little wrapper, blip, and here. There you go. So let's go ahead and just create a couple little curves just to give the illusion that this is a little candy. Little curves. Like that. Look how cute. It's adorable. Let's go ahead and close out this little section here for the leg. I'm going to come down here and just above the candy, I'm going to bring this around into a slight curve. Bloop, going about right here towards the edge of that candy. And then another little line for the bottom of the foot right here. Like that. Just a little further out than this. And we're going to close this little section out with a little paw. So let's do the toes on the very top. Right where we left off on this line right here. We're going to do 3 little toes. And they're going to wrap around, but they're not going to close off. We want them to leave them open just a tad bit, just to give the illusion of a cute rounded toe. The next 2 will be closed off. So we're just going to do circles. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And we close out the paw with a big happy face curve. Bloop. If you have any gaps, go ahead and close out your line. And we're going to make a paw print right here. Look at that. Looking so cute. I love this character. He's so adorable. I wonder what other little messes Rascal can get into. So he's hanging on the moon on the first one. Got himself into some candy. Leave me a comment in the messages. Leave me a comment in the messages. Leave me a message in the comments below. What do you think Rascal should be getting himself into next? Let's create a little series out of Rascal. I think he's so adorable. He deserves a series. Let's do an arm. So from where we left off on the cotton candy, let's do an arm that's curving all the way around. Bloop, 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 bloop. Right here. And we're going to make 3 little toes. But before I do my toes, I want to do the inner part too. Or the underliner. So we're on the underarm. Right here. And we're going to leave off more or less where we started on the top line. And then curve around with 3 little toes. Ready? We got 1, 2, and 3. And close it out. 1, 2, 3. He's hugging that cotton candy so tight. It's so cute. I love it. Let's do the other arm right over here. So where we left off on this line, instead of doing a big line, we're just going to start straight out into our little toes. We're going to come out and do 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do a big bubble that goes all the way around. So come out from right on top of the cotton candy and do a big curve going all the way around and down. There you go. Look how cute. He's hugging it. He loves it so much. And then we're going to close out our cotton candy by doing more of this little cloud puff. You all know what cotton candy looks like, right? It's cute, it's fluffy, and it's super yummy. I love cotton candy. It is so good. And what else I love are the colors. Oh my goodness. Those colors together just mesh up so well. One of my favorite combinations ever. So let's continue making these little cloud puffs. Make it however you want. You know how cotton candy is. You can go crazy with it. Design it however you want. It doesn't have to be like mine. All right. Now, right now, it kind of looks like he's holding something that doesn't have much of a fluffy, squishy look towards it. It looks like just a big, round, solid piece. So to make something look more squishy, think about you squishing a ball. For example, this little squishy right here. If you squish this squishy, what happens? You see all those little bend marks where you have? Right there where my nails are, boom, it bends right there. So we want to create those little bends right wherever those little fingers are pushing into the little squish right there. So right here on each little toe, we're just going to make a little curve like that. Kind of bring it in and then back out. Wherever there's a little toe, like this, kind of go in and out. Maybe a little one right here, just to give it the illusion that there we go. You see how that quickly transformed it to make it look like it's nice and soft? Much, much better. Super cute. All right, let's come over here and close out. Every single cotton candy has that little stick right here. So we're going to make a skinny little stick come out from the bottom. Looks like a little waffle cone, like ice cream. Hey, you can turn this into ice cream if you wanted to. It doesn't even have to be cotton candy. Hey, I like that. Why didn't I think of that? My goodness. Let's do the other little paw right here. So the same exact concept. We're going to do a little toe sticking out from right here behind the cotton candy. Kind of bring it around a little bit. Bloop, right there. Another one right here. Close it out. Another one right here. Bloop. And then the same little paw right here. Do a big U or happy face curve going all the way up. Now we don't connect it just like we didn't connect it here. But we are going to put a little line bloop, right on the bottom here to give the illusion that his little foot is coming out from the back. And then we're going to have a little belly curve bloop, right here. Now don't mind me, I went a little into the cone here. I can just make it a little thicker and call it a shadow. And I'm going to make an inner belly curve right here and right here. Just to give the illusion that the inside is going to be that small little belly curve. And then of course our paw print right there. All right, look at that. Super cute. And last but not least, we have to do that big tail right back here. So let's make it looking upwards. Let's give it a curve. Let's do the inner part first. So right here, we'll go into triangles, like a little shark fin. Go into another curve going upwards, into another shark fin. We're going to do two more. One right here. And then one all the way to the top. This is the tip of our tail before we actually convert it to the other side. So nice and big all the way up. And then we're going to curve this inwards. Yep, right here. So now we're going to start taking it inwards. You can do a small little triangle here. Another one here. You can do as many triangles as you want. It doesn't have to be like mine. Bring it all the way down and curve it back up. Boop. Like that. And I'm going to do a little curve right here at the end so that when I color this, this is going to be the light part and this is going to be the darker tone. Ooh, and I forgot we're going to add some little chest hairs to our little cotton candy area right here. Little curve, tiny little triangles. Bloop. Just like that. Look how cute. Oh my goodness, this came out adorable. You little rascal, getting yourself into so much trouble. I love it. And guys, that's it. We are officially done. Awesome job, everybody. Now don't forget to color yours and send me your masterpieces using hashtag #DrawFullyFun on social media. I would love to see how yours came out. And let me go ahead and show you how mine came out. 1, 2, 3, the completed version. All right, everybody, you know the drill. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you can get notified. I'll go one video without making a mistake one of these days. I promise I'll get there. So you can get notified of all my future content coming up in our daily drawing tutorials. All right, everybody, until the next time, happy creating.